Good evening, everyone. I'm Tassinix, and welcome to Season 66, 3 vs 3 Grand Arena Championship, Week 3, Round 2. My opponent is an Aurodium, and, therefore not an interesting match. Once again, though, I do have a patron and a return guest at that, coming on the stream to cover his match versus one of my guildmates. But first, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, how you doing tonight, Zoltre?
Doing good. Pretty good. It's the season of can you get past Lord Vader?
That's right, yes. A couple other challenges as well. Some of us have gotten jammed up on the random queen. It's been bad. It's been a tough season. I want to say I'm 4 losses solid, so we're looking at 5 and 4 at best. We'll see how it goes. But hey, Vin Altavi, good to see you, man. Graf, hey, Tass, hello, everyone. Good to see you. Vin says, after a night out drinking vodka, I lost my mother language and I'm only able to communicate in English for the foreseeable future. Yeah, you could do worse. Hey, Jay-Chung, good to see you. That's right, represent for the patrons. That's right, you have to do them all proud. All right, I do have what you shared me earlier, so we can go ahead and put this computer up. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and get the music rolling, get the prediction going. And of course, as our guest of honor, Zoltre, what are the odds that you want to give the people tonight? 1 or less, 2 or more, 2 or less, 3 or more, something else?
I'll do 2 or more tonight.
All
I'm
right.
a little nervous about some of my counters, so we'll see how it goes.
All right. Here we go.
Try to make things interesting, so we'll see how the defense is going and if my plan goes according to plan.
All right. We started the prediction here. And let me go. All right. So, Zoltre, also known as the Royal Rangers, versus my guildmate, Rowdy849. Well, Zoltre's in the Desert Reapers. My guild is Aurodium. It's rank 134 fighting rank 136. Zoltre having 13.8 million GP to Rowdy's 14.2. Top 80 GP. Zoltre having 3.02 to 3.08 million. Zetas, it's 341 to 400. GAC Omicrons. Zoltre having the edge here, 69 to 58. Odd analysis. For plus 25 speed, Zoltre having 84 to the opponent's 153. 20 to 24 speeds, it's 212 to 208. Pretty close. Plus 20s, it's 296 to 361. Plus 4% offense mods, Zoltre coming in with 127 to 83. And plus 6% offense mods, 29 to 20. So the edge is there for offense. See how it goes.
Got a couple good 7% offense secondaries on some of them. They're pretty nice.
Yeah, did you come by those recently, or you had those for a while?
I've picked up one recently, but I've had a couple for a while.
Nice. Yeah, I'd say maybe 3 or so weeks ago I got one of those. They stand out. They stand out. All right, relic analysis. Total levels. It's 1942 for Zoltre. The opponent's 1958. Very close. Well matched there. Relic 9s, it's 36 to 56. Relic 8s, it's 69 to 72. Relic 7s, it's 94 to 65. Okay. Datacron analysis. Total rerolls. Zoltre having 336 to the opponent's 177. So a crushing amount of optimization going into that. Comparatively, anyway. Level 9 Datacrons, it's 55 to 52. So yeah, you know, Rowdy managed to get himself an almost, full set of all Datacrons possible, between both active sets. Just hasn't rolled them anywhere near as much. All right, level 6 to 8s. Zoltre having 1 to the opponent's 7. And levels 3 to 5. Zoltre having 4 to the opponent's 5. All right. Galactic Legend comparison. See what stands out about Rowdy's stuff. Okay. That. Yep. Everything within expectation. Okay. Got a better setup on Ray. Very thick slacker. What is that? A health triangle?
All health primaries. That's a triangle, circle, cross, and arrow, I think, all health. And still rocking a decent amount of speed on with that, so.
Yeah. I like it. Offbeat, but it'll make waves. I see it. Okay. You trade speed on some for exceptional bulk, and I can appreciate that point of view. As far as key characters. Okay, pretty fast Exile Ezra. Everything else looks pretty solid for this neck of the woods. For you. Yeah, alright, like that. Like the offense on BKM there.
Yeah.
Yeah, really thick Exile Ezra. Wow, tough to one-shot that, I'm sure.
That was the goal, so.
Nicely done, yeah. Okay. Then he has the Relic 9 Piet on you. I don't know how much that matters these days, but it's there.
Yeah. It's not a 9 I'm going for we're working on the clones because of the raid stuff. So
No doubt. No doubt. Oh, crap. I missed some some comments in the chat. I'm bad at this. Hey, TD11, what's... Rowdy's in the chat. Hey, Tass, thanks for reaching out. Thank
hey,
you. Thanks for being a good sport, man. Reached out to Rowdy, and he immediately, said, I got time. I'll try and clear that bottom front zone. And I heard back that he did. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you. It's always appreciate the courtesy. Binal Tabi, you could do it. Yeah. Best of luck in quick recovery for Dagger. Yes, he did have a back surgery earlier this week. Doing well. He's, reasonably well medicated, and we'll leave it there, yeah? But he's doing it. He'll be all right. Opinionator, good luck today, Zoltre, but not tomorrow when we face you for TW, says Opinionator.
Oh.
Good one. Hey, Sheepdog, another patron in the chat. Brian Routerdink in the chat. Hey, Tass. What's going on? Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, sorry I missed your tag earlier, Rowdy. But all right. I'll look back over it, I swear. I'm not usually that bad. I am usually bad. All right. Attack times. He likes to go early for the most part. We'll wrap it up late, though. So he'll do an early set of attacks and finish up later when he has a sense of how he needs to. As far as speed comparison goes, why isn't this magnified? First, this scroll wheel. All right. Yeah, the speed's actually really competitive between them. He does, Rowdy does have the advantage in the later section, but not by too. As far as GAC Omicrons go, he doesn't have the murder droid. Well, the 001 anyway.
Those are recent acquisitions for me, too. With a refund from Afra, I basically took her refund and okay, well, let's just throw those in the droids, so.
Fair. Yep. A couple of Afras, okay. Eventually. Jar Jar stuff. Okay, so he's missing a handful of actually useful. But we'll see. Attack-wise, this is interesting, though. He's been more efficient than his opponents in getting 57, 56, 55, 54, 59, 52, and 53. Yeah, so most of it, the super majority of his attacks, he's getting these scores more often than his opponents are. Fair enough.
I think he's only lost once this season so far. So.
On a tear. Nice.
Take it as you will.
Nice work. Nice work, Rowdy. All right. Defenses he's been setting this season. Lord Vader, then Rey Swallow Nest, Jabba, Queen Amidala, Baylan, Fugitive Omega, Finn, Ahsoka Exile Ezra, Great Mothers, Gas, Malgus, Saw, Trench, Traya, and Tuskens. Sometimes the odd mix, which might have slack. Yeah, he's only done that once, but can't discount it because people ate dirt right there. That's not a green right there. Executrix, Malevolence, and Executor on defense. All right, yep, man's not taking chances, and that's I have been hoed out before on the Executrix. Treat that team with more respect these days. What might we expect to see bottom front? Certainly Lord Vader, if this is to be believed, followed by Jabba, Baylan, Fugitive Omega, and likely Exile Ezra with Ahsoka. Okay. How does he attack? Using the sign of Jango Kron for sure, Gungans, Leia, Reva, BKM, JML, JMK, Seer Malicos Starkiller, DTMG, Sidious, Darth Revan, with Zalbar then, Sith Eternal, Afra, Malgus, Slacker, Bane, Bounty Hunters, then some odd stuff after that. Leviathan, Negotiator, and Profundity on offense. Very strong fleet. No drops, of course. Ray Swallow Exile Ezra has given him a couple of drops this season. A gas, General Syndulla, that can happen, yes. Jabba, Kira, Saw, Great Mothers, Kelleran, Qui-Gon. Couple Baylans and a Saw Crex. Okay, and the odd Tusken. Yep, you've only got one Sidious, so fair enough. Hey, Macedon. Hello, Tass, man. I hope your day is going great and you're blasting in GAC. Yeah, man, I got matched with an Aurodium, so the outcome is already assured. Yes, I think... I want to say one of my wins this season is not against an Aurodium, so this season's just been ass. It's been terrible. But at least I have the consolation win. So let that be a lesson to you all. You can climb up into the top rank so that you too can have the opportunity to get free wins against Aurodiums. All right. Let's see. Where are we with the prediction? And how you feeling about tonight's match, Zoltre?
We'll see. I really might go. We'll get through the front wall and it'll be good, or we might get stuck on the front wall and it won't be good. So,
fair.
Kind of how I'm feeling.
All right, check this out. 100% of the crowd went 2 or less.
Nice.
The people believe. Let us not betray
Well,
them.
let's represent.
That's right. All right. See, got you on screen. Yes. Okay. You can see your view now.
Let's enter the domain. Oh, he did more than just the front now.
Yeah, all right. He's put some work in. Well, you start where you like, but tell us about the defense and rotate us through.
So I went non-traditional. I saw how he's only had one person who full cleared him. And so I was like, well, I want to present a challenge. So I went pretty heavy, so I'll just start top north. I placed Reva. I know we were talking earlier, and you're like, maybe there's some squads that look a little weaker. I was like, well, let's go full bore. So I put Reva down, the Turn-Meter Kron, this Hondo Nest L3 with the Neskron. He's one-shot both those. And then Traya, also one-shot. Put my Afra with her FDC. Took him 3 battles to clear. And then Malgus with high health Kron with a tank revive on it.
Nice.
For fleets, I went triple meta on defense here.
Gotcha. Oh.
And then he got another battle going. We'll get to the back in a sec. So down south, I did a Soka with Watt and Cal, just trying to limit what BKM's effectiveness here.
Right.
And then because I put Ezra with Ray, which he one-shot, I'm guessing he used his Leia right here. He traditionally has been using his Slacker against my Lord Vader, which I've got down here as well with the 2 clones. Also have Baylan, and I put C with Talon and Malik with Talon's Kron.
I like it.
One-shot that as well. To the back, I put my SLKR with Crew with a tank revive Kron with some high armor penetration and extra protection. Omega with the crosshairs Kron. JMK. Saw Luthen Kyle. Was hoping that was gonna maybe present trouble for his FDC with Sign of Django. Doesn't look like it did anything though. And then I put Seer with Malicos and Starkiller down here at the bottom. So I'm pretty robust. Not as much stuff as I usually like for offense. But we'll see how we get on. His top, we've got Great Mothers with Zombie. I did see Executrix had troubles, and I was looking at the win rates. The Zalbar Omi has lower win rates than just like a Darth Revan lead with Malik and Basilisk on there, which I thought was interesting. Probably juggling tanks and taunts makes it hard to get around. This Kron he's got on here's got special turn meter gain, some offense, armor pen. As he got him modded. You got a modded protection base? No. So a mix of health and protection. Yeah. Really, let's see, what was that? 268 or 368? Wait, did I missed? 268. So actually a slow Morgan.
Yes. But how much is that going to change up what you're going to use?
Yeah, probably not much. He's got his General Skywalker here with some high armor penetration, crit damage, crit chance, and tenacity.
Mm-hmm.
His gas is not a ton of potency, so maybe we'll give RISC a try here.
Ooh,
and he's got Finn,
scandalous if possible. Yes.
If possible. It's a lot of offense and crit damage on that Zoltre squad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, serious applicants only.
There's Queen down here. Lots of crit damage and health. 25% turn meter. What's his Qui-Gon's mods? He's got the Fatal set up.
Yeah, oh boy. That's pretty damn fast for crit damage mods. Yeah, the goods. Well, go down to the special. The special is where it's at. He's all special damage. All right, so yeah,
41% crit chance.
Right, yes, and then, yeah.
But if he crits, be warned.
Yeah, that's a bad lad right there.
Then he's got FOmega Wrecker Crosshair with Crosshair's Kron.
Mm-hmm.
Then his south front set a very comparable front wall to me. He put Jabba here. I didn't have Jabba. I put C instead, but he's got his Baylan. Ray, same comp, same Kron, I think. That's his Jabba. Did a different third for his Ahsoka, but also Watt there. And then his Lord Vader clones. Asti on his Kron too. Our Krons are very similar. I was looking, mine's like 200 something armor pen and a little less crit damage, and then I rerolled one other stat and got a little health on it, but
I
very
like the health, honestly. I do.
Yeah. I've been considering doing more. His Lord Vader, 585. He's a cooking lad.
Wait, is that still with a crit damage triangle? How you got him set up? Yeah, that is with the triangle. Okay.
He's got a crit damage.
Yeah. All right. So you haven't done any bulk related adjustments yet. This is still the classic build, and that's a fine example of one. That's better than mine was.
His Zappo's 345, about 9.5k offense, and his CX2 is 326.
Okay.
And more protection modded, so he's going on some survivability.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! And that's the board.
All right, boss, it's your show.
I think we're gonna probably start here with this Lord Vader, and we'll see how we get on. It's either Lord Vader or his Rey that I wanted to start on. Because I'm going to do Bane here. I just didn't know what kind of Kron I want to use there.
Okay.
We will start with the Leia.
I did like this the one time I did it.
I think I was looking at this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Crit damage additional, some health protection's got an additional 40% plus the bulk.
Yep. I can feel it.
I think that's what I was going to do. Or I was going to use this one, which has got protection, crit damage, and some crit chance.
I don't know that he needs the
I think the survivability is what he's kind of needing.
I agree.
How are we on ads before I just dive right in?
I appreciate you asking, but yeah, we're not close to anything right now. We're ready to roll when you are.
Okay.
Sir. Now, unless you ask me, I'll try to stay out of your business and let you run your fight, unless you ask otherwise, or how do you want to do it?
You can offer advice if you want. I'm pretty sure this fight's you gotta put Drogon under stealth, take Cat Oppo with one tap, and clean up from there is pretty much the strategy.
Yeah, I have heard from TJ and others that the basic still does its job in terms of the one shot if you've got enough, offense, or in your case, some good damage added into it. I did it by doing the flamethrower, then the follow-up basic pretty much ensured the kill. Like the very next thing I did finished him, and then I had the basic to use later in the fight. I think going with the basic is just fine. Putting him down immediately is just fine. No issues. Now, of course, just as you ask how we're doing on ads, the message says that ads are coming in a minute, so that is just hated. That is fabulous.
Okay, so here's what you gotta remember with tactical offense. The reason the basic still works on Leia's special that puts Drogon under stealth is on their next turn, the target ally gets 50% offense for the next ability, and if it's their basic ability, they get additional 2% offense for each percent of the turn meter removed, and ignore protection for that ability. So
but
that's
there
why
is no protection here, right? There's no protection to ignore under Lord Vader.
The protection up.
Oh,
That's
is that how that works? Is that how that really works?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
That's why it still works. But yeah.
Yeah, Livid. Yeah, I was saying, I have heard others being able to successfully one-shot him with basic. I was able to, flamethrower and then easily finish him and then have the basic for slightly later. I respect the one-shot. It's probably the best way to go.
I'm going to probably attempt the basic, to be honest.
I think you're very well advised to do so. Yeah, I think... And what's the offense you pushed up onto your Drogon?
He's rocking 14.5.
14.5's great. I recently tuned him up. Got him at just over 16k, like 16.1. And I think with a setup just like what you're doing here, I've used the Heracron as well with her to great satisfaction. But exactly what you're doing here with the Bulkron, crit damage, if not offense, and some health.
Or I would use the Zalbar Kron, because really Revan can do his thing without this thing.
Yeah, but, I've done both.
But I was thinking of using this for my Bane against the Ray to make sure he's got added bulk.
And truthfully, I would rather have the crit damage for actually maximizing his own damage.
Yeah.
Now,
so
check this out.
I'm thinking this one with bulk.
All right, got Rowdy saying, I love the defense. I'm pulling for you to beat me. Good man. DM me on Discord, Rowdy. If you want to join this chat, I'll set you up with it. I don't know if you're already in my Discord, but we'll get you set up immediately if you're not, and you can hop in and chat with us. You've more than done your part, so that's fair. But Livid, Livid says, check this out. You kind of want the turn meter level 3 so you can go before Lord Vader days and stun the summon. Stun the summon. Why do you say stun the summon though, Livid? Can you share that? Why not Oppo?
Because Oppo's gonna go bye-bye, I guess. And the summon is slower. Maybe. That'd be my guess. Yeah, I don't have that Kron. That's I put on my Ray, so.
Okay, yeah, and I've done this with a set 20, though, as well. You have light side turn meter level 3, you have health, you have offense on that set. I have also done it with that. It's pretty flexible between two active data.
I just don't have nearly the bulk, and that's what I'm worried about, especially with this Lord Vader, the way it's set.
It's a big concession. It's nice to know that you have the option, but yes. Ooh, wow, that offense.
This 30 in my Sonicron.
Yeah, that's gruesome. I mean, obviously the tenacity won't really help you or save you from what's going to happen here. And your best defense
I could go with
against
this one. This has got 57% crit damage, 20% protection, basically some health and some offense with a turn meter.
Bad.
I mean, I also have this one. I was going to save this for Jocasta, but maybe this is better for Leia.
I mean, the health is going to do more
that,
for you in general. They're not protection-based modded characters, so you're just putting a large modifier on a small base, you know?
Just to minimize some of the damage over times. That's what I was thinking. But...
Oh, check this out. Okay, Livid says the only losses I've seen are Drogon getting killed before his first turn. Stunning the summon helps prevent that. You don't want to damage Oppo too much because if you drop him below 80% health, he can't be crit by Drogon basic.
That makes sense. Well, let's see. I had
intelligent stuff, guys. Really nice. Honestly, a couple of these are great options.
I'm leaning towards my crit damage. I think this. I want to use my Sonicron because I've got BAM that I could use, or a smuggler thing I could use for some shenanigans.
Yeah, the armor penetration is largely wasted.
Yeah. Where's the? This is.
I like that one.
Yeah. I think this is probably the better of the turn meter ones I've got.
We'll
give that a shot.
1/3 of the value of a bulk level 3. Crit damage, offense, health.
That pushes him up to 15-7 on his offense.
Pretty banging.
And his crit damage now 250 basically. So yeah, we'll give this a shot.
So Tico
we should be doing that. So
Tico says, in layman's terms, what part's throwing you off, Tico? Sorry if that got too technical there. Yeah, hey, Brew Guy. That's how Tass gets the guys. He says he has a small base. Yeah, buddy.
Okay, I'm gonna load in.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
By all means. Yeah.
All right.
If you want to explain that further, Livid, I'll let you do it. We'll take a crack at it if you don't.
Let's just do this.
Okay.
That did not take Oppo out.
Yeah, that didn't come close to it. So what's up with that, folks? Oh, God.
Let's see if we can do something here.
Did we check how that Lord Vader was set up mod-wise? Curious. Jeez.
I want to at least get Oppo out.
Jeez. Oh, man. Alright.
Alright, we got Oppo.
Yeah, we got that going for us, which is nice.
That's what I was afraid of.
Yep, that can happen. That can happen. He's had a couple drops. We can't afford a lot of this, but we can be a little rough through something.
Alright, well.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at the cleanups on this real quick, because I'm curious about something. The plan hinges on this right here.
By the way, I'll be your resource here. You want me to look something up? I can do that here on screen.
And defending digital set.
So why couldn't we crit the main Oppo there, or why didn't we one-shot, folks? Because he did it right. He called R2 to stun the summon, so we didn't put any serious damage on Oppo. Did not take Oppo below 80% health. Did not grant him the crit immunity from Lord Vader's leadership.
Okay, apparently Bo's a good cleanup.
I would imagine. Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah. And I don't think I had Bo-Katan slotted in for anything.
Really? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Livid was saying he thought he was already too low from Leia's AoE, but TJ said no, he wasn't. So,
Yeah, it didn't look like it to me, but
yeah, it
whatever
definitely
happened,
wasn't
happened.
at full for sure, but I don't think he went like 80% or under.
Okay, well, Bo is gonna be the go-to.
Okay.
Let's get some offense here. I'm not using Mando because I'm going to be using Sun with that, so I'm just going to use Mando's Kron here.
Sure.
It's got 20% offense on there, so. Just do basic. Start with the armor shred.
Empire says, I tried Bo-Katan on a Lord Vader with Piet and Royal Guard. My gosh, she's an absolute unit. Yeah, she handles business. And in 5 vs 5, she can get full banners so reliably against a huge number.
Now that's some damage.
Yeah, the disarm is unfortunate. Nice. Nice back slap there.
I think he can die.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Zappo's not there.
He's already
Yep.
at 100 stacks against. Oh. So, yeah. That is, yeah, third.
Cleanse.
Stunning. Bye.
And we're through. Nice. That
Hey,
was the
Spobo.
problem child I was worried about.
Good to see you in the chat, Spobo.
Okay, well, let's tackle this Ray next. I'm gonna use my big old FTC. Just throwing sass. Dispel first.
Wishing you all the best.
Oof. Yeah, that's nasty. Yeah. Oof. Oof. So sketchy. Oh, die, Ben.
Had him the whole time?
Go away, Ray. There's no panic. There's no panic.
This is a wild ride, by the way.
Wah.
Ah.
His evasion's gonna be nasty now, though. Boom.
Nicely done. Had him the whole time.
I'm glad I went with the defense and that 80% health.
Man,
I don't think it would have come out otherwise.
I was shocked. It must have been like 5. Like you survived by like 5 health, like a literal 5.
Dodges were clutch. Everything was just right. Okay, breathe a little bit. Now, this one I'm gonna do great mothers here on this. Here, Ahsoka. Right, sister. Whew. Hearts a pounding.
Yeah, Iron Thatcher said it best. Victory from the almost sure defeat. Yes, I had my doubts. I was worried about it. I won't lie to you.
It wasn't Plan A, but when he put down his different ray, I was like, "Well, crap! I might be screwed." That was what I was worried about. Because I was planning to use Queen Amidala because he was doing a Nest comp originally, and that is far. I've been able to do some cleanups or even take it out with some Queen Amidala. I saved her for offense, or even Jedi Master Luke. I've managed to pull off easier there. But anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Tim. That is what I'm saying. I did, in fact, say that. Yeah, you need an ad break after that fight. My kind of guy duck stab. Man, really appreciate it. Tons of patrons in the chat tonight. Thanks, guys. Good to see y'all.
Like the hype.
That's right.
Now, this isn't the scary combo. This is probably going to be pretty safe bet to use Great Mothers here, but I was hoping to see Ezra here.
I've really heard only good things. Just deletion. Gonzo.
Well, did you see the crit damage I have on this Kron?
Oh my god. Like the Muppets, Gonzo.
Goodbye, Watt.
Beautiful. I love this team so much.
Yeah, this just the whole mechanics of just disabling protection just so nuts too. It makes so many other things possible that you wouldn't have considered before.
Yep. And I knew eventually they'd do it. I'm glad that they finally made a character like Jocasta that explicitly forbids protection disruption.
Yeah.
That's fine. Livid says, still waiting for my opponents to place Ezra with Ahsoka so I can try Great Mothers on that. Yeah, I've really been setting Ezra with Ahsoka most of this season. Felt dirty for the most part, setting her without him. I mean, she's so weak. Like, I understand this Wat Kal, Wat Huyang, Wat Padawan Sabine, whatever. Fine. But,
We'll see. This amount of bulk she's got on her might hinder this.
It'd be interesting. Well, yeah. And I think Doom is still going to prevent her from reviving in the end, though?
It should, yeah.
Okay, good, yeah.
Just a matter of her ramping defense and whatnot, I think.
That would sink you for sure. If you were to revive.
Getting there.
Yeah, I mean you're chipping through. Defense penetration plus all the armor penetration.
And the armor shred going on there too.
Still though, man, the regeneration is still Spear. Man. Noel Cook in the chat says, no, she will still come back. So maybe that element of doom doesn't work against Galactic Legend. Man, he is full.
He's a thick cookie. I didn't even look at how thick like he had her modded. I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, we may well have
I
the
think having
opportunity
some
to
more
check.
potency might be nice on the Kron too, because if you land that healing immunity, well, I guess the tank tech does make it.
Yeah, I was gonna say nothing
harder.
Nothing's gonna stop that.
It's gonna stick.
Yeah, folks were saying just leave it on auto. I mean, it's
nothing I can do that the auto can't do.
Yeah, it's the fight's already dubious, so but we've already pulled out some W's against dubious fights. Livid says, Blessing Spirit probably saves you from this issue. How do you feel about that?
It might have been easier, yeah. I just wanted to get Hu Yang out fast and not have to go around the taunt.
Yep.
But yeah, it might have been enough damage, but
Damn. It comes pretty close though. Holy crap.
we will take that.
Yeah.
Let's see, did I have...
So, can you, let me pull up my calculator real quick, and if you go back to the board so I can look at where we're at. Oh, yeah, by all means. Yep.
Yeah, almost 200,000 health.
Those are some killer mods. 78% armor,
80%.
okay, but with the heavy emphasis on health. I like it.
Oh, to the main board.
Yeah, Livid says, she ramped a lot of offense from all your protection up. She nearly killed Morgan. Damn. Okay,
yeah.
so he's posted at 1220. It's what, 260 for the zone clear down there? Plus 260.
Yep.
And then assuming max scores for each, plus 57, plus 57. So we're looking at a 1590. What we're now let me just subtract that. Comes out to, if he 57 those last two teams, he's coming out to a 54 point something average. And we do have 2 drops ourselves, so I think we're looking at something similar right now. So from here, we got to be pretty tight if we're going to be competitive on ground.
You want to look up some potential cleanups for Ahsoka for me?
Sure thing.
I've got... That Queen could probably take that out. I don't have her allocated for anything now. Maybe. Or I could use Queen against something else. And pull...
No, that was a tank revive. Right.
Yes, it's a tank revive crown on it.
Nothing else. Yeah.
Just the stats on it.
Algar ISC, Gabad Fennec, Afra could do it.
Boba's Afra was on defense. Visitors are not good.
JKR, Hoda, JKL. That's about it. How about JKR, Hodo JKL?
I was going to use Revan, Cal, J, Luke for Traya if she was on defense on the back. They
Sure.
don't have a ton of options to take her out that way.
Do you have Dad Bod in Fennec?
I do, but if he's got Saw on the back, then we're going to be in some hot water.
Possibly, yes.
So,
Fair.
if I rotate...
If we were to do this JKR thing, they were using a set 20, light side 25% turn meter, crit damage and armor penetration, armor penetration and offense. So it looks like stats are the emphasis. Somebody even used a dark side cron just to make sure they had some stats. So look,
Armor penetration for Luke to just wreck face.
Ooh, Rowdy says, oof, I almost just lost a Profundity Mare. Alright, yeah, man. Livid says, Kron doesn't even really matter. You just reduce her max health over and over.
And then that Luke's doing true damage there.
She is classed as a tank. I do believe so.
Well, let's
You can see why the
if-
armor penetration would be pretty nice against her in particular. Well, I guess to get the most out of JKR, you would want crit damage and offense, right? Because both JKR and JKL would benefit from. Went mute on me, buddy. Let me check my
I'm
DMs.
looking at something I'm thinking.
Let me check my DMs.
You said the third was Hoda.
Yes. Put you back up on screen. Yeah, I don't think you need sword armor penetration, I guess, in particular. Maybe offense or crit damage. I mean, Vulcan
Probably use
is
this
saying
then.
crit damage. Probably doesn't hurt anybody. You know, Livid's point that he's saying in the chat is it doesn't matter so much because you're just going to be reducing her max health over and over, which is insane to me that works on GL still, but yes.
How about this one?
That's
60%
kind of
crit
a
damage,
cool
health,
too.
offense.
Yes. Yeah. It's a lot
Don't have
less
anything penciled in for this
survivability,
one.
but I don't think you need to worry about that as much when you have Hoda to, for restoration and all that. Savior.
Okay, well, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah. And I don't think it makes a huge difference in 3vs3, but I do like to have Hoda in the second slot just so that he's easier to click and interact with.
Probably should have led with the mass assist there.
Yeah, I also like using JKL's middle so that he has the added offense from the buff. Give that to Hoda. And then when he's using either his basic or his specials, that's just added damage. Max health down, go. Nice. I would use
stripping out when I do the special.
I would use that special from JKR on JKR sometimes when you're passing it back from JKL. Also, you can use the turn meter swap from JKR. You can choose the highest turn meter between the two, so you get the most turns out of it.
Just to circle around.
Yeah, just because it seems like time is going to be a factor for us here, yeah.
I might put it on auto.
That is also an option. Yeah, see, trading JKL is the right choice. Yeah. We're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Not getting there fast, but we're getting there. That'd be some... You can't give him the buff, only Hoda, so I always trade that to Hoda. Yeah, 6.5 does of the other, just don't hesitate long. Yeah, see, now
that was a good hit.
We're getting it done out here.
This is nuts. I wouldn't have thought of this.
Insight is worth it. Oh, by the way, there's a tank revive.
Round 2.
Do you get to keep your max health reduction up till now? It looks like it. Those bars do look
I think so.
Because would that not be whack? No!
Yeah.
Oh god, it looked like it froze to me for a second. I was terrified.
That would suck. Yeah, we're doing still a good amount of damage.
On video game. Nice.
Gone.
Jeez.
Luke. The rescue.
Now, Livid says calling Hoda to assist kind of hurts more than it helps because of the turn meter game.
Oh,
right?
the turn meter.
He does punish with true damage for that, yes. All right, we
2
got
battles
some
in the
drop
slacker.
action.
Good.
That's a little more latitude our way.
Alright, this will be Gungans.
Okay. Again, I recommend high crit damage. Yeah, if you can get potency with it, that's great for that team, but want to say... Anyway, I like high crit damage because both Jar Jar and Tarpals benefit from it. And I also do like that paired with the 25% turn meter against this team.
Yeah, I prefer that too, but I think
I've
this
never
is gonna be
not
my
used
best
it.
option right here.
Yeah, I've never not used it. Yeah, okay, this should be fun. And I always am just going after Shin first.
Yeah.
The pucker factor of this stream is off the charts, says Duckstab. It's wild out here. I won't lie to you. I do like opening with third myself. Yes, Jay. Yes, Insight is worth it. I wish I could offer you guys a bundle with it, but they don't have such a thing.
Oh!
content creators at this time. Make your voice heard. You know, DM whoever runs that. I forget who right now. Oh my God, you're getting an insanely favorable outcome. Yeah, wow, you already got the buffs.
Goodbye.
Free money. Fantastic. Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice work.
There's actually some. You want to make sure they have 3 debuffs before you charge with basic, because that's what triggers the death mark. Calvin Awesome did a video on that.
Is that I didn't see that video, but I thought it was a random 1/3 chance from his basic. Like there's 3 possible effects on his basic, and I thought Deathmark is just one of the possible 3.
He went into Galactic Challenge and showcased it. So on the basic, it's got a priority. It checks first for Deathmark, but it's if there's 3 debuffs, it first will check the Deathmark. It has an 80% chance for that to happen. If that doesn't happen, then it goes down to doing tenacity up if there's not debuffs, you know, or if
they
there's
have at least 3 debuffs. There it is. Yeah.
Gains damage. But yeah, he did a showcase. So as long as you make sure you've got 3 debuffs, the basic is gonna have a high chance of landing that death mark.
Nice. I like it.
I would look it up. He did it over and over in Galactic Challenge that it was there, and it was insightful. So.
Right, but only if there are 3 debuffs. Yes, that is. Yep.
It's conditional. Otherwise, you're just gonna get tenacity up over and over and over again. So his shin must not have been that thick. I didn't look, but she got 1 tapped.
Fantastic.
All right, so let's see what he's got. Not a lot of crit damage, just lots of bulk. And his
Player Boot in the chat says it's 80% for death mark, and then if that fails, it checks for a Gungan with under 20% protection for damage immunity. If both those fail, you get tenacity up. I see.
Yep, that's how it functions. Man, his Boosh is... I've never seen a fully healthed out Boosh before.
Yeah.
At only 12,000 special offense. I don't think I want to take Daka then.
Okay.
Do I want extra tenacity? Do I want to mix?
You check their stats for tenacity potency to know which one you need more.
Yeah. So I've got this banger, which I usually use.
That's a stunner right there.
I mean, his potency is only 98% on his Jabba. Tenacity is 160. Not terrible. His Chrysanthemum's got only 156% tenacity. I didn't look at Boosh's potency. Potency for Boosh is 148. And my Marin's sitting at 278% tenacities. I think I'm good. No, get off of my Marin.
Hey, stop it. Get.
Stop it. 50 hence.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. I like middle.
Yeah, I think we got some time.
Yep. Yeah, we're set up now. I like base. Fine, we're already healed up.
I'm less worried. Sometimes these Booshes just nuke you out of existence, and so I worry.
We are getting pretty... Okay, now we do maybe a couple more of these, get him nice and red, and then probably... Yep, 3rd on this. Yeah.
Boosh, goodbye.
Stunner. Beautifully done. That's right, Tim. Leave Brittany alone! Yeah, I like the third right there. Good call. All right, beautiful. Now the question is, are you trying to stunt? Are you trying to stunt at the end and get the revives?
I'm gonna try. Yes, I want to make sure it's not too low to try and get a few banners back.
All right. Look at this incredibly spoiled beast, folks. See this cat, who even now, as we speak, drools on my shoulder. Miss Tinsel.
If I didn't have so many allergies, I would love on cats, but I don't agree with cats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My mother and my sister are both very allergic to cats. Actually, pretty serious.
I have so many allergies. I grew up on a farm, so that's why I don't farm anymore, because that's just miserable. Like all the pollens and the haze and stuff, it just is like gets to me.
Come back up. Yeah. Hope you don't bury that deep on my here again.
Yeah, part of my re-rolling was for this specific cron to get this stuff to be where it was.
You gotta watch what you're doing here. You're getting close to the end.
Yeah.
Woo! All right.
Got her back. All right. What manner of nastiness does we have on the back wall?
Yeah, you managed the full clear.
And he managed the full clear on that. The fleet's going for him. One shot, one shot. Got exec left. In the back.
Do you have Primebot stalking him?
No.
And
that's something I haven't even looked at much.
And I would recommend it. You can find Primebot, on so many Swugga community discords, including mine. Just go to the bots channel. You'll see it in there and just start a DM with it. There's a command you do /watch and it'll prompt you. It'll want you to input the opponent's ally code. And then it'll chirp at you with whenever their banners increase. And, by how much.
See here.
Still got most of the elements of your plan here. You've got gas to take on Tuskens if you had to, right? Or no, did you set gas?
Nope, I got gas. I was gonna do something different, but we'll see.
Okay, yeah.
So for FOmega, I was gonna try. I was gonna do Sidious against the Tuskens, but I might do Sidious against this Great Mothers instead.
All right, hey, appreciate you, Rowdy. He got a 62 on Profundity. He wasn't joking when he said he barely made it out. Damn.
Oh. Nice.
And a 71 on Leviathan, so not bad there.
Probably mirror.
Yeah.
But I don't know what his fleets are yet, but I'd hazard probably a mirror on the Leviathan then.
Yeah. Yeah, Macedon says, Tass, did you do your GAC yet, or are you planning on doing it tomorrow afternoon? I got matched with an Aurodium, buddy. It's, third week in a row, third round 2 in a row, I think, that I'm having an Aurodium. So, no, I'm not going to have a match worth streaming, but I am considering streaming tomorrow. I don't know, I might do a Q&A stream, something more chill like that. We'll see. It'll have to be somewhat early-ish, or it'll have to be later in the day, because right about noon Eastern, I'm due to have lunch with my mother-in-law, so I want to be on time.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not...
We're gonna go with
this guy wasn't a cheater, Macedon. It's very rare that you encounter a cheater. It is interesting that that guy that got banned in the first week was both an Aurodium and a cheater, but most of these Aurodiums are just victims of a bug that's bugging them up to the top. But that guy was a cheater amongst his own Aurodium kind back where he was. So it's good that he's banned. Sorry, you were going to say? Zoltre?
Nope, I was just saying I'm going with the known element, so we're going to take Saw on with Dad Bod Boba here.
Yep, love it. Haven't heard of a composition of Saw yet that really stops it. I think you have the best opportunities of stripping banners with Kyle, and then after that, Krex. But I do like the idea that you could flex Krex around and, you know, set Kyle here and have a reasonable shot at doing damage. Because it depends, like, you can have Fennec revive, but if you have her die, you know, back to back in an inconvenient way, there's some banners stripped out. Yeah, J-Chung, just start typing /watch, because it's the command is watch add, and then but you should be getting prompted as you're typing watch. And then you plug in your opponent's 9-digit ally code, and it'll start chirping at you when they make moves. It isn't retroactive, so if your opponent's already attacked, it won't tell you stuff. It's just straight up live update.
Goodbye, Luthen.
Yeah, there's no way to do this matchup wrong. I've done it with just pure basics from
Yeah, I like his basics so much.
It's been goofs. Yeah, this loop is funny.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Ta-ta!
Quickly done. Quickly done. Yeah, you're welcome, Jay. Alright, what's next? Oh, let me get the pulling again. That's such an intensely spoiled cat. Just demanding rubs here. Pawing at me anytime I dare to move a hand away. You're enormously spoiled. It is shameful. Shameful. Oh yeah? Okay, I'm looking forward to this. Let's see this. I want to believe.
I've done it once already.
Ooh, this is monstrous. This is monstrous. I gotta see this. I want to see Joe Costa in action. Let's see the rifle. Yeah, wow, fat stacks. Look at that. 23.
One turn to go. Bring it on!
Now got the offense up on time. Yeah, there's that reduced max health to 65 nonsense.
Oh, you jerk. Hiding under stealth.
Jeez. Yes. Yeah, the synergy with Shock T is not to be denied. That protection restoration is dope.
Ooh. Crosshairs online. Oh, looks like we're gonna do this.
Oh, geez, she did. Yeah, he really did just take her out.
Yep. He sniped her. Well, this might not happen now.
Uh-oh.
I might just let it time out, because I think captive basically is considered dead, right? If you time out and they're captive?
I don't know. I've never attempted that before. Somebody in the chat have an insight on that?
I don't want her to get loose, so I think I'm gonna try and time it out, because...
Your best case, like, your worst case scenario is she survives with that health, but then if you focus her, she immediately would go back into captive.
Captive, yeah.
Okay.
Normally I was able to get Wrecker out pretty easily, but he got stealth at just the right time.
Yeah.
That he avoided death.
Yeah, Flare Boot the chat says, no, they're alive. So, it's up to you then.
They're considered alive?
Yeah, they're going to be considered alive, and you can see that they've got, each of them, about a 50% preload.
From meter bar? Then yeah, we'll just back out.
Jocasta being useless as per usual. Do not judge her harshly. She does not have her team yet. Her time is yet to come. Believe. You guys got to see my Jocasta and inspect that. I've been having a lot of fun modding her. It's gonna be fast. Yes. The moment is at hand.
Yeah, where he's only got 65% potency, I'm gonna go with some offense, I think.
Robbie, hey, good evening, gentlemen. How is everything, Tass? Hey, having a good time. You know, streaming Zoltre's match. Got it. You know, the return of Zoltre. We've featured this particular patron a few times now, but he's got another great match for us tonight. He's up against one of my guildmates, and yeah, it's looking a little tough right now, but it's good. It's good. Bap. Take a seat. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And
Make out with his extreme prejudice.
Fantastic.
Fun when that works.
Livid. Livid says, she's amazing. I even beat Geos on my Kyber 3 account. Alright, fine. Yeah, I know, Flare. People are trying to force her. Look, you want to think. There's a lot of mechanics there just between her and Kelleran, right? You'd want to think so. Especially in 3 vs 3. But yeah. Oh, Rowdy says, I just dropped on Executor. Probably GG. We'll see, Rowdy. I mean, there's a competitive number of drops here. Privileged to be here, says Robbie. Money's on you, homeboy. All right, he's wishing the best for you here.
Alrighty, well, we'll take it, and we'll see what we got. Where's the smuggler? There it is.
Trevor just raided into us. How's it going, Trevor? Appreciate it. How'd it go over there? How'd your stream wrap up? How's the season looking for you thus far? Hear all about it. Okay, yeah. Dash Han Chewy. Let's see it.
This is the one with the insane offense, so I figure if you can't hit me, you know. Oh, they caught him! What the? I didn't expect that.
I believe you.
My word.
I believe you, friend.
I had a smuggler cron. I don't know why they were able to hit me. That doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
And I had 160% tenacity on the cron, too.
Unresistible expose application? Gotcha. Something like that?
Probably.
Is that what that is? All
Must
right,
be.
Trevor, you posted a 2026 score, full clear. Yeah, that's better than a lot of mine this season, so nicely done. Yeah, flare boot. Yeah,
Yes.
Zori applies an unavailable expose. Yep. They just pop.
Well, with that damage, I'm a little hesitant with Sidious. Where is my Sid?
Oh. That was a recommendation here in the chat.
Yeah, I just... Oof. We'll see.
I want to believe.
I've done it before, but I have not faced a Kron with this level of intense scariness.
Yep.
And their cleanses just tend to be annoying.
Yep. Ooh.
Oh my gosh!
Man.
Do I leave it preloaded is the question.
What do you? Well, I mean, what's the answer?
He's almost dead. Probably not. Eesh. Well,
French, Iden. Now, you do technically have Maul and probably a couple leftover Mandalorians for I don't know what, but
yeah, I've also got Queen, but this is going to be Jabba.
And I'll tell you what, why don't we do this next fight here and take a couple minutes break? Gives me an opportunity to fill up this dry drink of mine. Stretch your legs.
Sounds good.
At your ready, sir.
All right. Gungans.
Mild error. Beautiful.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Although, I want you gone.
Yeah, I'm usually trying to buff immunity him and burn him down and then just eat clean in the end, yes.
I'm gonna ignore you though, so I don't get hit back for the moment. Now we may proceed to smack.
Almost.
Ooh.
Stay on target.
Come back. I'm not done with you yet.
Hi. Ride into the sunset.
A nice call to assist there, Queen. Next turn, we will eat.
Wow, and this is almost ideally timed because we have ads coming up in a minute, so perfect.
Perfect.
Good time for us to take a break. Nice, clean fight. How do we actually look? You know, it's still worth playing out, even if it isn't mathematically possible, in my opinion. But how are we looking for actual possibility here?
Well, I've got. This is what we're gonna figure out. Finn.
Yeah, so that's not more than 27. And then the one below it's not more than 37, right?
Yeah,
He's got a full
clear
there. Yep. Made it through. I know we're under a lot of pressure. Certainly not even calculating.
I gotta do some thinking. While we take a break, I'm gonna do some thinking. So.
All right, we'll be back in a couple minutes, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna freshen up my drink, and we'll be right back. All right, party people, we're back. We're here with Zoltre. We've got challenges ahead. I know you were strategizing during the break. What's the plan, Zoltre?
Well, I'm thinking I didn't put Tuskens on defense, and they have a shot of taking out Finn and the crew.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that, or maybe even Qui-Gon Jinn with his nuke.
Sure.
For the FOmega team. Maybe try Abrad or Queen Amidala there.
Okay.
Or clean up. That's what I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to go with. So we're just gonna get this out of the way. Not you.
You got a mission.
Not that it's gonna do very much good, but it's got a lot of health and stuff on it, so.
Doesn't hurt. I love that mercenary level 6. I will be sad to see it go.
Yeah, the double taps are so handy to have. Ooh. Bye-bye.
Can't ask for better than that.
Okay.
By the way, I think it's fair to say, folks, we'll pay out 3 or more, which means, wow. All right. One total voter voted just a small amount of points, but holy crap, do they win today. 3 or more gets it. Scandalous. Scandalous win for that one voter.
I tried. Sorry, guys. Went too heavy.
We did have a plan, and you decided to intensify it from there, and sometimes that works. And I respect the gamble. Late in the season, not much to lose. I can see that.
Omega, you butt.
Solution is simple. Simply kill. You know, all non-crosshair people first. Juggled again. I think this is smart. Not necessarily always this offensive application, but Queen on defense has been getting gamed. I can see it.
Yeah. Alright.
Nice job, though, Rowdy. Good score despite the drops, honestly.
Yeah. Ooh, that actually has a decent win percentage, too. I might try Grievous here. Unless they, well, I guess they can one-hit knock out you. That could be problematic.
All right, so sounds like Rowdy's actually going to jump in and join us in chat, so
All
it's going to
right.
be fun. Sidious Crown works on the Great Mothers as well. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's what I was debating on doing. If I'd flipped that and then I would use Darth Revan on this team, it would have been slam dunk. But hey, hindsight's 20/20, as they say.
Yep, and now it's time to stretch just for the clear. Good practice.
Let's...
Ooh, oh.
This Kron is so deadly.
Yep.
We'll take that.
Surely. Yes.
Fuck you.
Hey, Rowdy. I see you jumped in the chat. Feel free to, come in. Good to have you. Glad you could make the time.
We like mutes too. Bonk.
You've been using Afra. Yeah, we used Afra. How did you use Afra? Is that on defense for you?
She was on defense.
Yeah.
Yep. It got holds. It was one of my defensive teams that got holds. So.
Fair.
Can you guys hear me?
Barely hear
Yeah.
you. Let me turn you like insanely up.
Well, hold on, my microphone's not working, so I'm trying to switch. It's on my computer. I need to get
Okay, I'll wait before I adjust you because yes,
Apologies,
otherwise I'll
yeah.
probably just get blown out.
Blow
It's
our
happened
ears to
before.
smithereens.
Good job clearing top.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes. Welcome.
All right, apologies. I don't think my
Oh, now you got quiet again.
yeah, the only way I can talk to you guys is through my laptop, so I'll just have to stick it
All
at this.
right, I just turned you up to 200%. I have Discord as the direct source for you guys, so it should carry through. I think folks will be able to hear. But yes, thank you for joining us.
I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How am I supposed to watch and Tass, says Wannabe Gamer? Well, be a boss and have multiple monitors first. Or, if not, split screen, 2 browsers. Like a G. You have me in Chrome and him in Firefox or whatever your taste is. Split screen that, top and bottom. N64 Mario Kart style. There you go. You despise Chrome? Yeah, I don't have strong opinions on browsers. Empire Pips back says, I got Tass on both monitors. My powers have now doubled.
Powers have doubled since the last time we met, Count.
Fantastic. Yeah, To date, I don't think I've ever had a conversation with her. Is it still going? When this is all over, we'll raid into it. Kind gesture.
Leave me alone.
I was wondering. Ooh, geez. Oh man.
Ooh.
Brutal.
This was going to be, I was going to use Revan here. It has a better success rate with him, so.
I believe that. I believe that. But we did what we needed to
Because
do
you could
earlier,
target
so
now.
you
Yeah.
can't hate on this. Wow, look at that. You're... Oh, damn. That's better than I thought you were going to get at this point. So, Robbie, did you do anything different in preparing for this match, or did you have a script for this week that you're just sticking to?
Yeah, mostly just the script that I stick to. I don't change a lot. I did place Ezra with Ray because I lost to it last week and it made me mad.
That's what threw my plan off. I had better plans stretched out for that, so good on you.
Yeah, I didn't change anything. I usually don't scout, but when Tass reached out and said you were a patron and we were streaming this, I took a peek just because I wanted to perform well.
Yeah, don't hate me for that, Zoltre, but I felt like that was the sporting thing to do.
Yeah, I didn't change anything about my defense or anything. Yeah, no, I wish you could see my face when I opened the back wall and saw all that stuff back there. I was terrified, and the stupid thing I did was I was down to just your Ahsoka team, and I could either use Leia or JMK, and I used JMK, and then I got to I did not think SLK was going to be back there, so yeah, I was pretty worried. But nah, it was a lot of fun.
Good.
Yeah, that Zori team is funny because I used to have that Chrono on Jabba earlier in the season.
Yeah.
And then I took it off. I was like, nah, I want Huck Cartel on him. And I didn't have anywhere to put it, so I just threw it on Zori and I just left it there all season, and it's gotten a couple people, I think.
Yeah, I did not expect it to hit that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see if Luke can do anything here.
I gotta say, in the lifetime of that set 20, smuggler or Huck Cartel, I've never once been jammed up by a smuggler. Not the Huck Cartel's been largely manageable too, but for whatever the intended thing was to stop me, like if it was to stop Afra, it didn't. If it was to stop Night Sisters, it didn't. So
yeah,
I don't know. Oh yeah, look at this competition. Sorry to cut you off there, but there's this, this competition in the chat. LBC Rob has me on 3 applications now. The power is trebled.
Nice.
Sorry, you were saying.
No, I was just going to say, in general, I have found those smuggler cons to be kind of underwhelming. And people set all kinds of weird comps that are not very good, and then you can kill them with Imperial Remnant stuff you might not know what to use. So
yeah, and get decent advantage too for it.
Yeah, it's easy to get around.
There's very few. There's only Bam with Sana has been the only one that can kind of cause you some jam ups, but other than that, not many cause you much trouble.
Have you used your Bam Sana yet?
Nope.
So I used my Bam Sana on your Traya, and it worked. So.
Oh.
Yeah, I was kind of desperate for counters, and I saw it at Insights, and I tried it.
Yeah, it's not very high.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I didn't attempt it, but I'm glad I put the stress there.
You did. I appreciate it.
Throw some life into the action there. Let's see here. I was going to do you, and well, now that I don't have, we'll get the pass back.
Empire Lifts Back asks, Tass, what Datacron would you like to see make a return to the light? Something that we've had before, we have since lost. I'm just coming up with this off the cuff, just because you asked. I haven't really given this any advanced thought, but off the top of my head, that one Empire setup that allowed Tarkin to be, you know, like a charged up nuke. You could just spam his third, keep rotating debuffs, it generated turn meter. You were gaining turn meter per debuff applied. You were just
where he's just dabbing.
Yeah, you were just ramping and ramping and ramping. You're just looping over and over and over, and then you eventually use your AoE, and it's taking all of that ramped potency into effect, and you just annihilate an entire team. I think when we have that, plus the other two dark side clones, when we go back to the next 3 versus 3, that sounds like a Galactic Legend level killing team. Which would be interesting because set 20 will have expired, so it's already going to be a pretty good Datacron meta shift. That sounds like something I'd like to see soon. That's fun. Wow, Empire Lifts Back says, for me, I enjoy pain, so give me the Great Mother's Cron. And you can have it, buddy. That was tough. That was a tough meta just because of that.
Yeah.
Classic. Oh yeah? Okay, you're not going to go with 5s. Tell me, why do you favor this?
Just gives you some more recovery.
Yeah, you've got enough
and
restoration.
Debuffs gives him some speed. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you've got enough restoration going on from cracks so you don't feel like you're missing 5s.
Nah.
Feel it.
Plus, I got 50% protection plus bulk, so he's going to be a thick cookie too, so it might take a minute to get him down.
And the potency doesn't hurt anything?
Plus, you can daze and don't get the assists as much there.
Goodbye.
Almost.
DM. There we go. This is smart. I like this.
Will get me some banners back too for the. Not that it's gonna matter at this point, but.
Hey, Argos, another patron in the chat, resubscribed on Twitch for 3 months. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Gonna waste that. Oh, I must have taken them out already. It's odd. Yoink.
Yep. Enough out of you. Empire Lifts
It's a good pausing point.
Sorry?
So that's a good stance for gas right there.
Yeah. Demonstrative. Empire Lifts Back says, in TW, we've had multiple wins because of the Great Mother's Crons. Haven't had many chances against the Great Mother's Cron in TW. Alright, against the Great Mother. Yeah. I mean, it was tough, man. It was not a super interesting meta because there were... I don't think it's particularly interesting to make something only killable by 1 or 2 things.
That's not a fun feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see why it can be strategically, diversifying. But it's still, I don't know. Because what I really don't like is however much you enjoy the power spike from that Cron, fall off feels hard. The feeling of Great Mothers with and without that Cron, transformative. I mean, we're still finding really cool applications for a whole bunch of folks this season dropped it on me that Great Mothers can be used to effectively counter all compositions, I think, of Ahsoka Tano, with Exile Ezra, with all the Omicrons, without, whatever, it can be done. So, I don't know. I don't feel like she needs that Kron to be amazing king. Do I recall how I countered the Great Mothers with Kron and TW? I want to say something not less than the order of JMK.
There was also the SLK counter at that
SLK.
time with the crew and the turn meter.
Right. Yep, you had to be massively fast. That's right. Yeah, LBC got me on both monitors. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh no, you're talking. Yeah. Might be. Oh, okay. Qui-Gon here. Yeah, how the mighty have fallen. How I love this team, and finding a use for it all season has been a chore.
Yeah. Everyone's under stealth, meaning nobody's under stealth.
That's right, it is classic.
They're gonna keep going for Cam now.
Oh. Happens.
Bye-bye.
I'm afraid. Explode. By the way, hope everybody's had a good week. Who survived till Friday night. Classic.
To the fleets.
And it is exactly as we had anticipated.
Yep.
Yeah, this kind of stuff. Did you see that thing I tried last stream with the gauntlet?
No, I didn't catch that one.
Oh, okay. You ability.
Oh, they didn't do it. I tried to get him to do his basic, but they did not wipe him out, unfortunately. They always just were like, okay, let's go for the size, no matter what. When it works, and when it doesn't, it pours. Let's see here. Just come in here and do this.
Oh man, not a lot you can do for that. It's a fun counter. It only looks like genius when your TIE fighter dies.
It works. Yeah.
Yeah.
And normally the triple attacker is way easier to get the kill because you got all the attackers swarming.
Usually I save that third ability there because that's your cleanse to drop the full troop void. I mean, if you dodge everything, neat. I have talent, but I believe in us. I believe that middle ability from Poe cannot be evaded, so even if you're blinded, you can use that to Grand Slam something.
Good to know. Oh, the dodge.
That was insane. Game feels a personal hatred for you.
And now we're drunken. We're flying drunk.
Yep. Alright, well, we made it. And I think we can all agree that's what's important.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I'm probably gonna have to do. I gotta look and see. I can't remember if the Negotiator is better for this or if it's Endurance when you're facing this triple attacker start.
I feel like Endurance better for triple. I'm sure somebody in the chat
That
will
is
correct
showing.
me. Different.
That is showing the opposite. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Negotiator has like 60 or 50, and Endurance is down in the 20s. The Endurance does better when it's the Houndstooth start.
Is that so? Okay. I was thinking that Houndstooth up front is tough for any of the non-Leviathan counters to it.
Pretty sure you want to bring in Ebon Hawk.
Yes, this is
Probably,
what I see.
probably as the first one.
This is what I see. So, yeah, when I see... Yeah, I know this has been done. And I tried this the other day and it bombed for me, so don't let me lead you astray. But yeah, with the triple drops and everything, you know, for you guys here on the call with me, for folks in the chat, what were your biggest wins out of the triple drops yesterday?
Oh, come on. There we go.
Okay.
Ooh.
I feel like, yeah, you are usually bringing in Ebon Hawk, but gosh, for your situation, I don't know if you're... Yeah, I feel like Plo Koon is what I
think I need some healing.
It feels desperate. Yeah, it feels like we're in a desperate state. I like the taunt on the Marauder personally because it gets the second life, but I don't hate this either. Because you can afford to live
as long
without
as possible.
lives.
Yeah.
The
Just
heal
do a heal.
can work. Yep. And because you
Bring
had
in
Valor,
this.
because you had Valor, you were also able to land ability block. Very weak. But you don't have Valor. You got it anyway. Down with that.
I don't know if this is going to make much difference since they got contract already.
Well, I think it's preventing the... Oh, yeah, the stuff you've already got. Never mind. Yeah, I think you're probably onto something there. Sure.
I always forget which one does the buff immunity.
Yeah, it's the third.
High fives. I think Finalizer can maybe do it. Well, without Ebon Hawk now, that might not be true.
You necessarily have to have that. What you have to have is not getting the mass assist on the chin. But where are you for that mass assist follow-up?
wish they would show the moves. I think I got still have plan 99, so I can see one more turn here.
Fair.
Basic.
All right, Empire lifts back, says, my biggest wins, I was able to remod and upgrade a lot of my characters to 6 mods. Nice. Yeah, I spent a ton of energy on that and got a whole bunch of 6C to 6A upgrades done. Wanna be gamer Finalizer.
I was doing some slicing myself.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was working on just slicing up some lower tier mods with that and got a big stockpile of stuff, so it was good.
Okay. Nice.
Looking up target real quick.
Oh, Argot's got like 200 blue signal data and 150 bronzium wiring worth of scrap. Nice. Yeah, they weren't going to sell you an energy pack during the triple drops, man. Sorry to tell you, Empire. Yeah, the Slicer bundle, I'm not a huge fan because they don't really sell a lot of stuff that I need. And by what I need, I mean pretty much exclusively droid brains. That one. I'm gonna step away just for a second and check on my daughter. I'll be right back.
Where's my spy at? I think we will mass assist you. Basic should take care of that. See, bloody blah. Okay.
Yep, I don't mind that move. Nice. CG does like money. They do like money. They like when you spend crystals, juicy, delicious, expensive crystals to refresh those extra expensive energy refreshes during this period. Why should they sell you something that's even marginal at times?
Thinking about throwing in a burner fleet here, just to make sure I
Yeah.
don't have mass assist.
You smell a mass assist. I respect that.
Put in 2 ships probably would be enough.
I feel like the Clone Sergeant feels maybe a little expensive just to throw away. I mean,
Just leave the consular.
like I would sooner
Throw in Wedge?
Reaper and Raven's Claw than I would Jedi Consular and the other tank.
This is Wedge. It's not big,
Yeah,
so it's Wedge.
he's not a big deal. I could see you parting with Wedge. That's fine. I'm just saying, like, just the lowest of the low we can just throw away here.
I think I need more than 2 in here.
Yeah. That's why I was saying the
Lando's
Raven's
Falcon,
Claw. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you've already used your Raddus. You're not going to use this guy elsewhere, I think. Fine. But the Raven's Claw is also just a junker you throw in for such a purpose as well.
He makes a good use with Home 1 if I need him.
then don't let me tell you you're wrong. In which case, you might actually value Lando's Falcon as a later reinforcement in such a fight, right? Because that's where he picks up his steam as a later reinforcement. What about the Maul ship, the Scimitar?
He gives you speed now on his reinforce. It doesn't matter what. So I kind of like that, but
it's true. But do we have a plan for him?
No, not necessarily.
Or of course, we could take a ship that you see as worse. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I need the Sith fighter.
There you go. I like this.
Let's try this.
You'll miss none of these. I see you, wannabe gamer. He's not a Biggs deal. Yeah, Wedge isn't that great. Now, let's see that juicy masses. Okay, this is a good cooldown to pull still. I don't hate this.
I keep going. I'm pretty sure he's done his basic. His mass assist.
I feel like we might be close to mass assist. I would still play a couple turns. Yeah, I try and get that next turn out. I would. Sure. There it is. We were very right. Now you could reasonably time it out. Because I like how low, relatively speaking, the turn meter is. Let's see what happens.
The two sides, yeah.
Let's see what happens here. If you let this turn go, Houndstooth will not do the killing blow, I think.
Well, it's going to be Executor. Executor's going to go first.
Bring in a reinforcement that will kill you. And that means they'll be somewhere around 50% preloaded the sides. So I think it is the right move. Let it die here. Some Q&A in the chat then, while we all sit here and wait for the ages to go by. This is the right move, I think, though, Phil.
It'd be nice if they had an option to submit where it's at, you know?
I think so. I think that's fair.
But, I think that'd be a nice quality of life update, I should say.
No questions tonight in the chat, folks. Oh, hey, Beaver. Rabid Beaver just raided over with 10 viewers. How you doing, Rabid Beaver? Thank you kindly. How did everything go? Just so everybody knows, coming from your way, I had an Aurodium account matchup tonight, so no stream worth watching for me. One of my patrons here has stepped up. He's got a match against one of my guildmates from Aurodium. So it looks like it's already decided against us here tonight, but it's been a very fun fight and a lot of good battles. Like a lot of things that on paper we looked pretty solid and then things broke down. So valuable lessons. Yes, welcome Raiders. Welcome to have you. Welcome to have you. Is that yeah, no, that works. The alcohol has struck, but the grammar is still functional. Good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to get to watch your defense perform.
Yeah. Isn't it?
You don't get to see it very often.
Yeah. I'm always floating around streamers and I never face them. I've fought Sungita twice and those were pretty fun rage videos when he couldn't full clear me. But
I bet.
Other than that, yeah. Like I was in Fatal's group last week and I really wanted to match up with him. I didn't get to.
Yeah. I know the feeling there. Well, it looks like you're on an upward trend, so maybe I'll see you soon. That'll be fun.
Oh gosh. I don't know about that. The highest I've ever been is like 31. I think I got to 31 twice, but
damn high. It's not that, it's another couple more wins besides to be up close to the top bracket.
Yeah. Got to 44 and then got smacked down again.
Yep. Yeah. You'll get that.
I do when the crons are better because I usually, like you commented, I haven't rerolled this set as much. I don't know. I have mats. I'm just waiting. But when there's defense, I end up having like
Oh, yeah.
70% defense crons, and it's just like easy sailing to the top.
Yeah. Yeah. Got some questions here from the chat. Vero Doom asks, so do I mod Lord Vader for health or protection primaries? So it is favorable to be modded for health for 3 versus 3. Strictly speaking, you'll get more bulk in 5 versus 5 from still going with protection primaries. My gut, though, hear me out on this and tell me what you think. My gut is that the actual life total of Lord Vader matters more in 3 versus 3 than 5 versus 5. Now, if you're going to take a Galactic Legend counter against it regardless, yeah, I don't know how much it matters either way. But in 5 versus 5, I think if you go health or protection, certainly you get more life total out of protection, but I don't know how much difference it's. In 3 versus 3, if you're not using a GL and he is health modded, you can be up on and over 1 million effective health at the start of battle, and that is just forbidding. So, I decided to stick with health for now. I'm not married to it. I might change my mind later on. A week ago, I was running full health mods. Now I'm running a mix of health and speed again. We'll see, but right now I'm thinking that's the way to go. Appreciate the follow, Jedi Fisherman. Thank you kindly. And for the follow on YouTube. Thank you.
Yeah, the logic of health makes sense, but like when the season started, I just didn't bother. I kept protection on everybody, and they're just getting holds every round, so it's not very motivating to switch it.
Yeah. I swapped mine. I did the swap, but then I swapped back. I just think an overall total, whatever gets you more, like Fatal's talked in his the plotting and scheming, that's more important. So.
Yes, and for those of you who haven't caught the recent episodes of Plotting and Scheming, Fatal was advocating for, because I kind of pressed him on it. It was like, I wonder if you really think there is one that is better. And he really just, said that it's mostly about where you can get the best blend of health and protection to have the most life total possible. Like, if you've got protection primaries with just great health secondaries, then probably the way to go. But if you're lacking that, but you have vice versa, strong health primaries with strong protection, percent protection secondaries, you can make that work. And yeah, I'm fine with where I'm at with health because the life total is pretty insane the way I have it. All right, yes, appreciate that. The great one, you like the hat? I have a collection of hats. I'll be getting more sooner than later. Patrons have made it, patrons and Twitch subs and donors, in particular nomads, have enabled things such as there will be a purchase of a Stormtrooper Fez soon. Coming soon. Killer Eye says, "You winning, son." It's I've got a Patron on stream tonight because I have an Aurodium, so you can rest assured that I have won this round, and that makes, I want to say, all but one of my rounds that I've won this season against Aurodium, so it's been rough, man. It's been a rough one.
So far, I've been 50-50. Since I'm probably going to lose tonight, that'll put me exactly at 50% again for this week. Well, no, for this season, so.
Yeah, we're in the same boat, so trying to get the, trying to get the 6-4, whatever it is, 5-4 to end up.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see how we get on here. See if we get full clear.
Oh, Rabid, you're saying you're doing well. You streamed for about a week straight at this point. You're dying a little. Yeah, but how did this round go, man? Let's hear about it. Asher NZ asks, what are your thoughts about offense secondaries on Lord Vader? Great if you can afford them. But I think that given what Oppo does now, the priority for Lord Vader is to survive and gain damage through his mastery stacking. The higher your base offense is, the quicker your offense ramps from said mastery gain. That's fine, but I do like, Hunted here. Tuskens got beat up, really. So what is it? You would gain the turn meter from pushing out from itself, but we don't have any way of cleansing that ship, do we? Our ship.
Yeah, I don't think
Our
so.
ship, yeah. Maybe third on itself is what I would do, because that'll push turn meter to the others. Maybe you can get some. Yeah, I don't know. Something. So you got +1 basic out of the deal.
I was hoping his cooldown was down, but I don't remember what it was at.
Yeah, it was at a 3.
Let's see here. Probably shuttle's the best move to bring out some survivability, or...
I feel like Special Forces Ty is who I'd bring, because what you can do is do third targeting Boba, calling through. Because when enemy ships have 50% or more turn meter, you have an excellent chance of stunning with crew basic, especially after you brought out Special Forces for reinforcement. But yeah, this went sour. I mean, you can go for it. The basic I would do is the all.
There's the stun. There it goes.
Yeah. Tough times.
Well, we've got Rebels and we've got Empire.
Okay.
Let's see if I can maybe get a instant kill on Houndstooth, maybe.
That would be the dream. Definitely bring in that tank as a reinforcement only, right? Because you don't get taunt unless it comes in as a reinforcement. Yeah, exactly. Wannabe. Going for the stun was the right move, but we didn't get it, man. It sucked.
You're saying put the Y-Wing as a reinforcement? Or were you saying do Clone Sergeant as a reinforcement?
Clone Sergeant, sorry, because he only can taunt as a reinforcement. Y-Wing has a special that will... I think it's basic and it's special generated. Maybe just it's special. But 5 and 3 this season, wannabe. Nice stuff.
Let's go for this.
I believe.
I believe.
Ashers, you recently changed to health primaries and offense secondaries. That sounds solid. I have something much the same. I believe in us. That mass assist was ass.
I should have just forfeited the last battle and kept the turn leader preloaded as it was.
Yep.
Not good, yeah. And the final hoorah!
That's right. Man, did we use the whole buffalo here or what?
What happens when you do triple meta on defense? I'll leave me alone.
And that wasn't our original plan, was it?
No, I was going for triple meta. Well,
regardless, okay. Yeah. I wish Raven's Claw were good. I mean, it's not a bad ship, obviously. It's just homeless. It wants a fleet that doesn't exist. Solid absorb there.
This is getting farther than the other one.
Yeah.
Kaboom.
Yep. Do it. All right. Fine bit of work.
A finale.
Now, the good news is, I mean, you can take consolation, and I think just on the drops from ground, this was already lost from that. So fleet stuff is just gravy, lessons learned, I guess. But yeah, you definitely took some risk here, and you had some counters though. You had a counter for everything. You had a plan for everything, and some of these broke down. In ways that I wouldn't have expected either, because I agreed with your plan.
Yeah.
Your plan sounded good. Yeah,
I'm still surprised that the Oppo with Leia that didn't work. So I don't know if I want to attempt that again or if I just want to stick to Slacker, because that's what I've done the other rounds. But I wanted to throw a wrench by throwing him on defense this round. So
and he's certainly a more threatening defense than Leia, I think, most of the time.
Yeah.
I think try it with the Heracron or with Zolbrakron. I've done it with the Hera. I like that a lot. Okay.
Oh,
so,
yep.
Sorry, you were gonna say
nothing. I muted myself. I was clearing my throat. All good.
You're good, man. Well, if you want, we can do a quick wrap up on your attacks. I don't know if you remember what it was. I don't want to make you have to rattle it off. I wasn't writing it down myself.
So up top, well, we'll start down low because I remember this better.
Good
For
call.
Baylan, we use Gungans. For Ray, because he shifted things up, I was going to do Queen Amidala here, but ended up using Bane. Sketchy fight. Used my Zalberkron. We came out there barely, skin of our teeth. We Night Sister Talons, Night Sisters here for Jabba. Cleared that out. We did Great Mothers against Ahsoka. Cleared off the sides fine, but then just timed out because the regen was too much for them because we blessed Morgan instead of Spirit. That might have, given us the umph we needed to knock her out. And then we cleaned it up with Revan, Hoda, and Jedi Knight Luke. Lord Vader, we tried Leia. We managed to get Oppo out still, and then we cleaned that up with Bo-Katan. The North did Darth Revan, Zalbar, Omi against the Great Mothers here. For gas, we did Tishagar, ISC duo. Queen Amidala, we did Jabba. And then I had this succeed before. I did Keller and Beck with Jocasta Nu and Shock T. But Crosshair managed to get up fast enough, and Wrecker just barely missed. He got under stealth right as the 65%. Well, the 65 health was hit. And so we couldn't take him out and get to Crosshair fast enough to win that battle.
Super unfortunate, yeah.
We cleaned that up with Queen Amidala. And then tried the Smugglers, Dash Han Chewie. Had like a 90% win rate. But this Kron has like 50% offense or something crazy on there. And they wiped my Dash Han Chewie out. And
your Dash did exactly one thing before being removed from existence.
Yeah. He didn't even really get to do his days, I think. I think he was ill. I can't even remember, but yeah, he got blown out of the water. Didn't even take anybody out, so we just backed out of there. Then I think I tried... What was the second team? I can't remember the second attempt. I remember the third attempt was... What was the third attempt? I can't even remember that. I finished it with Tuskens. That's what I remember for that.
Yeah, we did something to take out Resistance Hero Finn, and then
Grievous. I used Grievous, and he got out Resistance Hero, and then we cleaned it up with Tuskens.
Yep.
Then on the back here for Keller and Beck. What did I use here? I think I used... I got my notes here still. Oh yeah, Bam. I used Bam, Sana, and Kira for the Keller and Beck team. For Traya, I used Jedi Master Luke and killed everything but Savage, cleaned that up with Bounty Hunters. We dad bought Bobud the Saw. I used Gas against the Tuskens. And then I want to say against the Trench, I used, Qui-Gon Jinn. That's right.
Fair.
With Cam and Jedi Knight Anakin, so. And then we had our fleet fiasco. My Tarkin did not have the TIE Fighter die in the opening sequence, so we lost that and threw all manner of fleets against that. For Malevolence, we threw Raddus, and then for Tarkin, we threw in Malevolence.
Yep.
And then just my side, I got holds on Afra. He one-shot everything else there. The bottom front, he one-shot. And the back wall, he had drops on, a drop on my Slacker. And he said he nearly dropped on Profundity, but he eked that out, and then he had a drop on my Executor as well.
A very competitive match.
Samba.
Well fought by the both of you, for sure. Rowdy, I see you're still with us in the chat as tonight's victor. What do you have to say?
I just had a lot of fun. I really appreciate you inviting me. Pretty quiet person. I'm usually lurking in most streamers' chats, and people don't know I'm around. So, always watching, plotting, and scheming, and typically hanging out quiet. So maybe in the future I won't be so quiet in the chat.
Well, hey, you're very welcome to be an active participant. And thank you for watching the show, man. Really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Love to hear that.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, again, congratulations to you for winning the night. And of course, Zoltre, as our guest of honor, my patron, what words do you have for the folks at home? Your final thoughts on the evening before I move to wrap us up.
Always fun to have a challenging match. I like when you get some holds, and also when you get to try new things out. Like this season has been competitive, but I wanted to try new things out. That's just kind of what I like to do. So like the Jocasta thing, I had success against a Keller and Beck team, and I was like, Omega team. I was like, well, I want to try that again. So, fun things here and there. So.
Fair enough, man. Really appreciate you making the time to be here. I had a few other patrons willing to step up to stream tonight, but I think against a guildmate of mine, I think we can all agree is an especially interesting match. So really appreciate you being available.
Yeah.
All right.
I set a heavier defense than I feel comfortable most of the time too, so it was interesting to push myself as well. So
yeah, I pushed myself defensively this season in a few rounds too, and I gotta say, with the way things are, it feels like I got punished for that. And this might, I don't know if you've had a couple, more than one loss like this season, but I have, and for me, I feel like I got a pattern enough to say, every time I tried to get artsy on somebody, it ended up hurting me.
Yeah, but it's kind of been like one key moment decides your match. So
certainly did not expect that outcome on the Lord Vader Oppo. I've been seeing all manner of people with different crons dunk on it, so for sure that was surprising. Really nice setup that you have there, Rowdy.
Thank you.
All right, guys, it's about time for me to wrap up. Of course, if you're watching this, then you already know I stream live on twitch.tv/Tassinix. I also simulcast now on my YouTube, Tassinix Gaming. Let me drop the link for that in the chat. In addition to all my Grand Arena VODs, which I do eventually add chapters to, so you can, browse on through, I have a whole bunch of other Slugger-related content there that you may be interested in. We've got Datacron set guides on the current sets, set 20 and 21. I make those with Aesop Rock, one of the longest standing #1 players in the world. I have my mod guide series on characters and factions that you have asked about. I have the how-to mod guide series if you don't know anything about mods and you wanted to learn, that's all up there. We've got the GAC Omicron tier list, a whole bunch of other stuff, but also it is a rebroadcasting point for my Grand Arena focused podcast, Plotting and Scheming, that I make with my friends Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal. We break down the last week in Grand Arena in the thereabouts of the top 100 of Kyber 1. We talk about how we dealt with the meta matchups, our favorite attack and defense of the week, our lessons learned for the week to come, and anything else we think that's worth sharing with you. So yeah, anything that you watch there on the YouTube, if you enjoy it, give it a like. Hit subscribe to the channel to see more. Really appreciate that support. And of course, if you want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty, there are a couple ways you can do so. Oh, I see. Close streamer bot real. Yeah. That's a limitation. It has an actual limit for the log. Okay, appreciate you. That should be good now, right? Okay. So yes, if anything that you enjoyed on the YouTube, give it a like, hit subscribe to see more, got that covered. But if you want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty to support the stream, there are a couple ways that you can do so. First of all, there is a Cash App, that is $Tassinix. I do have a PayPal, that is tassinix@gmail.com. And of course, if you want to get early access to some of my content, including Plotting and Scheming, a couple extra added perks, and of course, enhanced scouting power for your own Grand Arena preparations, you may want to check out my Patreon, which is patreon.com/Tassinix. For any upwardly mobile Grand Arena player, there is something there of interest to you. At $5 a month, you enter the Tass House at VIP access level, where you get early access to the Plotting and Scheming podcast. Our general audience is getting it 8 a.m. Friday mornings, but patrons get it as early as Tuesday night, within hours of us recording it. In addition, early access to the Datacron set guide videos, and of course, dedicated text and voice chat on Discord, where you will usually find me lurking, so pop on in and say hi. Thank you so much to Andrew, Banja, Deadpool Kyle 28, JJ's Productions Twitch, Jobin4527, Miasmal, Mus Ross, Rays Malvis, Sam Vimes, Sheepdog47, Qued, Stark Strategy Gamer, Queens14, and White Wolf. Moving on up to the $10 a month tier is VIP Access Plus, where you have a bundled Patreon option, first to me and then to your choice of either OmegaBot or Hot Utils. At the start of every one of my streams, and like we did for Zoltre here today, I like to start off with showing an OmegaBot report on my opponent. No other tool gives such an powerful at-a-glance sense of what your opponent's about offensively and defensively. Anybody can use the tool to pull a report on their opponent's last week of history, but only patrons can pull a custom report with any number of weeks. You get a downloadable HTML version of the report with links that you can click that take you right back into swugga.gg or Insight, whichever tool you use. So again, just really helps, narrow down your scouting time. And of course, you could also go with Hot Utils, which is the #1 tool for your mass mod management and loadout creation. No other tool lets you move so easily between your TW, Grand Arena, Raid, TB mods, whatever you gotta do. You can use it to comprehensively remod your account like Fatal and TJ like to do. Patrons know that I just recorded a video about how to use the automation in Hot Utils. Post out of that if that's the way you want to go. And of course, you can also do stuff like slice through a backlog of mods in seconds and help your guild out in TW. Lots of good stuff there. So thank you to everybody at this tier: Dobby, Eshsatnikam, Meow for Me, Mini GK, Loon, Shake23501, Single Malt Jedi, Snack Attack, Striker, and Trouble Fingers, my newest mate. At VIP Access Premium, this is $15 a month for the Double Bot Bundle. Some have said the greatest value bundle in all of Swugga because you get Patreon access to me Blue Megabot, and Hot Utils all in one go. Thank you so much to Argots, Arj, Big Ninja, Duckstab, Darth Link, Dark Hug, Brickfact Paddywhack, General Milan, Ivanek, Johnny B. Ottawa, Kev, Hills, Wig, Saldag, Sir Boss, Sophus, The Lost Womp Rat, Wilco, and as seen on TV this evening, Zoltre. At the top of the list, in Jester's Club Elite, the one, the only Nomad's Reaper. This madman pops into stream from time to time, drops hundreds of subs, thousands of biddies. He's done it many times over the years. Incredibly generous support over that period. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And of course, last but never least, we got to move into our special thanks. First to Yoda Force, one of my original supporters from way back in the day, and even though he's, quit the game a long time ago, I wish him well from the other side because he bought me the mic we can be on right now. To Mrs. T, my wife, thank you for all you do in the background, whether it's furnishing me with coffee or alcohol as the situation requires, or just keeping our daughter from destroying our home piece by piece while I'm tied up being halfway decent at a phone game. And of course, to Dagger, PJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal, my co-hosts on Plotting and Scheming. Gentlemen, I gotta say, I appreciate the hell out of you guys because I checked the records and we are, as of May 3rd, over 2 years into making the show. Week in, week out, I want to say in all that time, we have missed exactly one recording. So despite our busy work and family lives, you guys have still made yourselves available. I learn from you every week. Hopefully the feeling is occasionally the same. But otherwise, our viewers really enjoy the show. They gain a lot from it, a lot of conversation, a lot of questions, a lot of engagement. And I have you guys to thank for making it the success that it is. So appreciate you so much. All right, moving back over to the main scene. Let's make ready to get my drunk ass off the camera. Rating out, same category, who's live. Yep, got Zareth live.
Yep.
Go ahead. Hit that. We'll set up Zareth to get raided here on YouTube and Twitch. Saving that, hitting the start raid. And yeah, thank you to, of course, Rowdy for joining us here later in the call. And of course, Zoltre for making himself available and giving us a show to have in the first place. Really appreciate all of you viewers at home for tuning in. And until next time, which will be, I think, I might do a bonus stream tomorrow, later in the afternoon. If not, I'll be doing my round 3 on Sunday evening, starting between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern. And until that time, whichever one it is, it's been real. It's been awesome. It's been real awesome. Take care.